ladies, welcome back. This morning we're going to do a get ready with me. I thought I would do something casual but a little bit special too, with a little bit of pop of color with it. So if you're ready to do this, let's get started. Okay, got my glasses off so I can do this. My skincare is all on, my sunscreen is all on, so we're ready to get started with our prepping our skin. So I'm going to use the L'Oreal Age Perfect Blurring Face Primer. I really like this primer. I have super dry skin, and this actually blends in really nice. It feels really smooth. I like to get it under my eyes so it fills in there, and I also like to get around this area around my mouth where I have a little bit deeper wrinkles, so it will help prevent things from settling into those areas. That's always a good thing to do. Another thing that I do is I take this Tula. This is called, let me get my glasses on again, sorry about that. This is the Tula Rose Glow and Get It Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. And this has a little bit of a thicker texture to it, but I like to put it under my eyes. And blend it in and give it time to set in. And this actually fills in the wrinkles just a little bit more and preps the skin area. Okay? So we're a little bit ready. If you hear jingling in the background, that is my little puppy Loki. I'll see if I can get him to come over and say hi for a second. Okay, this is Loki. He's our 9-month-old miniature schnauzer. Say hi, Loki. Hi, honey. He wants to help do the makeup. He loves being in the bathroom with me in the morning. The first thing that I'm going to do is prep my eyes before my eyeshadow goes on, and I'm going to use the Milani Eyeshadow Primer. Whenever you're doing eyeshadow primer, you don't want to do like a ton, because that's just going to make it thicker, and you're going to have to blend out a lot more. I like the consistency of this. My favorite all-time primer is the Urban Decay primer. They have one that is the anti-aging one that actually has peptides in it. So it's very smoothing on your eyelids, and I do like that a lot. Okay, now that we got that on, I'm actually going to take and use a little bit of my Makeup Forever powder, and I'm just going to put a small amount on my lids to help set that primer. Normally in the morning I would give it a little bit of time to soak in, but I don't know what time my daughter's going to be here to pick me up, so we're trying to rush things a little bit. That's okay. The palette that I'm going to use today, I just got recently, and it is from Huda Beauty. It is the Mercury Retrograde. And I know this isn't one of her brand new ones. I did just get the Rose Quartz one, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love that one a lot. And I got the nude and one other one I just picked up, just because after I tried the Rose Quartz, I loved the textures and the formulas that they have in her palettes. This is the Mercury Retrograde. And it's got some neutral colors in here, but it also has a couple of fun pops of color. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it today, because I'm wearing pretty much gray, so, but we're going to have fun with some different colors. The brushes I'm going to be using today are from my brand new set. These are BK Beauty with Angie from Hot and Flashy. They did a collaboration, and this came out probably, was it October? I think it was October. My husband ordered it for me right away and gave it to me for Christmas, which I was so excited. These brushes are made especially for women that are a little bit older maybe, and your eyelids aren't as taut as when they were younger. They're super, super soft, which I love, and they make blending like so much better. Okay, the color I'm going to start out with for my transition color is this one right here, and it's called Crash. And when you're doing your transition color, you want to pick a color that's like usually 1 to 2 shades darker than your natural color. You don't want to go super dark. This is a transition. That's why it's called transition shade. You're not doing your actual crease color. And one thing that I found, and I learned this, I think it was from Allie Glines. I watch a lot of YouTubers, old and young, or older and young. And she said, don't hold your brush here. When you're holding your brush here, you're pressing too hard. If you hold it back a little bit, you're getting a little bit softer application. And I found that that is so true. And you always want to make sure that you're just buffing and blending it out. You want it to be like really natural. Okay, now for my crease color, I think I'm going to go with the color right here. And this one is called Off Balance. And I'm going to take the next smaller brush, which is the Angie A502. It's a little bit smaller. Tap off. And I'm going to go deeper into my crease. So we're actually defining the crease a little bit. And then I'm going to bring it a little bit on my lid. I like using mauves and pinks. I like neutral colors. I will try fun pops of colors. I'm going to go back in with my bigger, fluffier brush, and I'm going to blend it. I have 2 different pairs of glasses. I wear my glasses all the time. I have the ones that you saw me in that are super dark gray, and then I have a lighter pair. So depending on what pair of glasses I wear, also depends a little bit how I do my eyes. I don't want to do something super, super dark when I'm wearing the dark frames. I'll tend to stick a little bit lighter, which helps brighten your eyes under the glasses. If I'm wearing the ones that are a little bit lighter, then I can go a little bit deeper and do a little bit more dramatic eye, which I think is fun to do. It's very fun to try something different. Okay, now I am going to do this color right here, which is called Hot Mess. One of the things I love doing is talking to my girlfriends. We'll go on different trips. I have a trip that we go on every year in October where my husband and I take a bunch of our friends. We have a timeshare and we go up north in Michigan and we take a bunch of friends. And the girls, we will sit, and every year I take extra makeup. Like if I buy extra makeup and I decide, oh, maybe it's not my color or different things, I will pass out makeup to my friends. And I love doing that. And then we'll do makeup lessons and we'll do skincare things. And there's an Ulta up where we go. And last year I took all the teen girls up to Ulta and they were all asking me questions. I love doing that. That is like one of my favorite things. So I'm going to take this little bit darker color. I'm going to go right in the corner and then I'm going to bring it down onto my lid. And I'm going to blend it up. And then I'm going to flick it up just a little. Tap off your excess, go in your crease, come on your lid, and then I'm going to flick it up just a little. And I don't know about you, I always have one eye that the eyeshadow seems to grab more than others, and I always seem like I end up with one eye that looks darker to me. Don't know why. And I have one eye that's more wrinkled than the other, and I think it's good. My husband said I shouldn't watch all the other YouTubers because I keep getting packages in the mail. But you know what? That's okay. I like to learn things, and if it's going to help me, that's fine. Because the object of this channel is for us to have fun and to bring our inner beauty out. And that's what we're trying to do. Okay, we're going to go back in and we're going to blend. Yep, and I always have this one eye that wants to just grab more. So then I'll have to go back in and add a little bit more on this eye because it just doesn't look as dark. And then we'll blend it out. And for years, I basically did neutrals. I even did grays and stuff. I didn't have fun with color. And you know what? You can, no matter what age you are. Don't think you can't use color. You can. You just got to use it in the right way. When you get older, I don't think that you necessarily should go crazy, crazy, crazy with like bright blues, you know, and greens, and I could do that. Now, the fun part comes. I got to pick a color to go on my eyelid, my shiny color, and they're all so pretty. I've got pink. I've done the pink. I think what I might do is do this, but I'm going to add a little bit of pop of, I think I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to add a little bit of pop of the blue, maybe on top of it. I like to use my fingers when I'm putting these on, and I like to just press them on. I think they go on so much better. And the one thing I like about these Huda Beauty ones, they're not super chunky. They do have one in here that's pretty chunky. I think the rose quartz one does too, and I use that one too. And they're fun to use. You have to be careful how you apply them. But, okay. What do you think? I like that color. Like that a lot. Okay. So it's nice and subtle. Now I'm going to take this little blue. Ooh, this is so pretty. This is probably going to, we'll see how this looks. Just going to add this right here. And then I'm going to blend it real softly, just as a topper in the corner. I'm going to go back into my dark color. Just going to intensify this a little bit more. Blend it in with that. Got a little bit on the side of my cheek. Not a problem. Never have to worry about that. That will clean right up. Get a tissue here. So don't be afraid if you make mistakes, if you go out too far with your eyeshadow. We all do it. I make mistakes all the time. Okay. Added just a little bit of pop of that blue. Mixed it in. We'll see how it goes. Now, I'm going to use the eyeliner, and what I'm going to do is tightline. This is something that I've just started doing. I used to always go on top of it. If you have hooded eyes or deep set eyes, I've learned you don't want to put a big thick line on top. It's going to cover up all that you just did with your eyeshadow. So I like to do a tight line, which is underneath the eyes. I will every once in a while use a liquid eyeliner on top, but I do it a very thin line because you don't want to take away from what you've just done. So I'm going to finish my eyeliner, and we will be right back. Okay, did the tight lining, and you can see, whoops, right away it makes it look like your eyelash line is a little bit thicker, so I like that a lot. Okay, come in a little bit closer. Okay, now I'm going to do my eyelashes. And for mascara today, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer And I'm also going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Mascara. I'm just trying this out. I've been trying out a couple of new mascaras lately. Some I like, some I don't. I'm particular. I've been using a lash serum, so my lashes have gotten longer. I do not like something that flakes off on the top, gets dark under your eyes. I have enough problems with darkness under my eyes, so I don't want to do that. So one of the first things that I do, and this is probably a little bit strange, I have a little eyelash comb. And I comb my lashes to make sure that they're all separated. I will then go in with an eyelash curler and curl my eyelashes prior to putting on my mascara and my primer. And when I'm doing my primer, I like to make sure, my eyelash primer, that it is right down at the bottom, just like your mascara would be. And I like to get it right up on the top of my lashes. I think using a primer, it not only thickens what you're doing, but I think it helps the mascara adhere. Just my thought. A little bit better, because I found some of the mascaras that don't stand good, if I put the primer on underneath, it actually does. And one thing that I'm trying very hard to do, and this sounds silly, I was always, because my eyes are hooded, I was balding it, and that's why I got wrinkles up there. So I'm trying to tip my head back and blink in. Okay, to make this faster, I'm going to finish this off camera, and then we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. This is the L'Oreal mascara with the primer on. I think it looks pretty good. It's separated, lengthening. Like it a lot. Okay, now we're going to go on and try to do the face. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've been just started using this. This is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I love this because it's a serum consistency. It's thinner. For me, if I get too thick of a concealer, it's just going to settle in every line and wrinkle that I have. So I usually try to spread it out first with my fingers, and then I'm going to go in. This is the e.l.f. concealer sponge. I will do this, or I will use my Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush, which I absolutely love, but I noticed I didn't bring it up with me. I like how this goes on. It's nice and thin. It's not settling in all the lines and wrinkles. That's a plus. We don't want to accentuate lines and wrinkles. For the foundation, we're going to match up with our primer, and we're going to do the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. It has a sunscreen in it. It says it has a broad spectrum SPF 50. I never go by that. I used to. That was one of the mistakes I was making. I was wearing Bare Minerals for years because I worked there, and it's like, oh, your foundation has it had zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, which was fine because the foundation only had 5 ingredients in it, so it probably had quite a bit of it in there, but it was a SPF 15, and I thought that was fine, which it really wasn't. And then I moved on to getting liquid foundations that had the sunscreen in them, and I don't necessarily think that they were protecting my skin the way that they should have. If they were, I wouldn't have all the age spots and sunspots and things that I have on my face. Okay, now I'm just going to put some dots around my face, and then we are going to blend them in with a foundation brush. And the foundation brush I'm using is from It Cosmetics. I do really like it. It's on an angle, and I just sort of press as I said in my first video, a little bit about me, when I was younger, I grew up in the era where you used to lay out with baby oil. My sister did. I didn't have the patience to do that. But I liked getting color, so I would, I lived on a farm, so I got a little bit of color and everything, but whenever I got a little bit older and in my late teens and early 20s and I moved out on my own, I'd go out with my friends to the beach. I got sunburned many a times. Shouldn't have done that. I was literally as red as a lobster. I spent one day with my friend from morning till night out, burned so bad. It was bad. Another time I went on a whitewater rafting trip, and it was a 2-day trip. The first day we went whitewater rafting, and the second day we spent the whole day at an amusement park and I was burned beyond belief. Don't do that to your skin. It's going to burn, it's going to bubble, it's going to peel off, and you may think, oh, I got new skin underneath, but it's not good for your skin. Wear sunscreen. Then I thought, oh, I'll do it the safe way. I'll go to a tanning bed. And they were so nice and said, oh, it blocks out all the UVA and UVB rays. It doesn't. I've got wrinkles. My collagen broke down a lot faster than it probably would have if I had taken better care of my skin. And I also got skin cancer, as I said in my initial video. And I have recently had a couple of things taken off my face that were precancerous. So I keep an eye on that, and even though I was wearing sunscreen in my foundation and not putting a actual sunscreen on prior to that, obviously it was not protecting. You can think it is, but it's not enough protection. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to press my foundation in. You always want to go after you're done, at least I've learned this. You take your beauty sponge, you're going to get it wet, and you're going to squeeze it out really well. You don't want to use it dry, and then you're just going to go and then you're going to press. And that's going to press your foundation, and it's also going to take off any excess that you might have. Now the foundation color that I was wearing is Beige Rose 30. My skin has got more of a pinker or cooler undertone, so this looks like it matched pretty good. I have bought some foundations that are a little dark or a little too yellow. It's hard to find foundations that are, let's see, cooler. A lot of them have like a yellow undertone to them. So thank goodness Melissa M told me about her little mixers from LA Girl. You can get white mixers, you can get blue mixers, so you can make it a little bit cooler, make it a little bit lighter. So there's always a way, if you get a foundation that you've picked up and it's just a little bit off and maybe the next color up or down doesn't work either, you can get some mixers and actually modify them. And that's one of my favorite things to do, because it's not worth wasting the foundation, especially if it's a foundation that you like a lot. Then I definitely would do a little mixer with it so you can save it. Okay, I'm going to take and just very lightly set under my eyes. And again, I'm using I got a sample of this. It's the Makeup Forever. This is their Ultra HD setting powder. And I love this. This is like so super fine under your eyes. It's the one that I found that I like the best for under my eyes. That it's not going to settle in all the fine lines and wrinkles. And then I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent powder that I just got from Sephora for my birthday. I got a little sample gift and they gave me this, and I have not tried the Laura Mercier before. I normally use like number 7 or something like that. But I'm going to give this a try. It's a nice little sample. I'm just going to go in and so tap it off. Just lightly press and set everything. You don't want to go super, super heavy. Then I'm going to go back. We're going to press it in. I think it's got good coverage. Looks pretty nice. I like that a lot. I'm going to try out a bunch of different foundations for you guys, so if you have any recommendations for something you'd like me to try, I will gladly pick it up. I love playing with makeup. I love playing with skincare. So any suggestions any of you have, I would gladly take it. I am willing to take suggestions, and I'm willing to try things. And you know what? That's what makes it fun. You can try different things. You don't have to be. I was stuck in a rut. When I worked at Bare Essentials, I wore Bare Essentials for, gosh, 8-9 years. That's it. I would not try anything else. And I thought, okay, this is what you do. No, that's not what you do. There are a lot of other brands out there, and it's fun to change. And your skin changes from season to season. As you get older, it changes. So you got to change with it. You got to be willing to try something new. For my contour, I'm going to use the Kiko Milano bronzer. I like using a cream and a powder, and I'm going to go in right, basically on my cheek line, but just slightly below it. And that's going to be my contour there. The other thing I like to do is go under my chin. And I'm sure some of you, if you're familiar with makeup, you're wondering, why in the world are you going under your chin? But if you're not, this is a good way to contour. This brush I got from IT Cosmetics. I absolutely love it. This works so good with this. What you're doing is you're putting a shadow under there, because as you get older, this line softens a lot. By doing this and putting this underneath and blending it down, it's going to give you a little bit more of a chiseled look. And then your chin will look a little bit crisper. And then you're going to blend in your contour. And I like this Kiko Milano. I like using cream because it actually blends in pretty good. Especially because I put a lot of moisturizer on. I like that. Okay. Then the other thing I do like to do, and this sounds strange sometimes, but I will go in and put a powder bronzer over the top and do this a little bit warmer. Take the other end. This is an IT Cosmetic brush, which has got a little concealer. This came with a contour kit I got, and I don't know if they still make it, but it had like highlighter and several different shades of contour for your skin tone. But I'm going to go in and I'm going to use the L'Oreal Lumi Bronzer. I know a lot of people like this, and I like it because it's got a little bit of luminosity to it. I'm going to grab my little... When I get all done, I will show you the completed look with my hair down and not clipped up and back. Because it's definitely not how I wear my hair. But I like... By using this powder, I'm actually helping to set the cream bronzer that I used. And that's going to help it last a little bit better. Okay. So it's a very subtle contour. For my blush today, I'm going to use a Milani. This is a Milani, and it's their Cheek Kiss, and it's called the Nude Kiss. I like it because it's just a hint of color. It's not super bright, and I like how these you can blend them out with your fingers. They're super simple to use. an eye-like color on my cheeks. Some people do, some people don't. But this one is like a soft color, so you're not going to go too much overboard. I love how it's just very natural. Then I always take my sponge and just soften the edges of my bronzer and my contour. Okay, I'm going to assess the situation. I'm going to go fix my hair, and I will be right back and we can do our lips. Okay, I'm back. Did my hair super fast. But this is the finished look, except for to put some lips on, so I'm going to do that really quick. I'm using, this is from Urban Decay, this is their Naked color lip liner. I'm going to do a little bit nuder lip. I'm not going to do anything real dramatic. This is the Urban Decay. This is like my absolute favorite color. It's called Rapture. It's a little bit deeper of a mauve. But it's a neutral, and I think it goes really pretty with the eyes. Okay, let's take a second look at everything. I think I might add just a little bit more powder in a couple of spots here. It's still a little shiny, which is unusual for me, because in about an hour or two, my skin will be super dry. But that's one thing I do like about the Serum Foundation, because it is really hydrating. Loki, are you getting into trouble? My puppy's getting into trouble down there. But this is a completed look without. And then I'm going to try it with glasses on. Never be afraid because you're wearing glasses and you have to wear glasses all the time to wear makeup. What do you think? I had so much fun doing this. I know I'm just starting out at YouTube, and I'm hoping my videos will get better and better, but I hope you'll just join me and have some fun, and we'll learn some things together. So go out and have a wonderful, blessed day, and we'll see you again next time.